Hello everybody. So been working on the S10 a little bit today. Don't usually have much time to work on it with work and everything, but I've been off work for a week, so let's go ahead and we'll get right into this. I'm going to show you guys the things that I have updated on this, and also I'm going to go ahead and show you I've made a parts breakdown of the things I've had to buy and the things that I haven't had to buy that you would have to buy, the cost of them normally. So stay tuned after the video. I made a little segment to put at the end of this video to kind of explain what you need and where to find it, and I will go ahead and get right into this, and you can check that out towards the end of the video. So here's the front of the S10. We got the billet grill back in and everything. Got new LED headlights in this thing. They were the wrong ones for my Chrysler 300, but they just happened to fit this, so they're in there now. And we've put some hood latches on here. We put some hood pins this style for this truck. That just makes it so I have more room for my AC condenser. Damn thing getting hung up on stuff already. There you go. I've got a little more wiring to do yet in here, but I went ahead and built this little plate here. Hold my radiator. It's got a little lip on it that goes down over the radiator. I got to take it back off because I need to put a piece of rubber on this lip so it doesn't rub on the radiator itself. So that's done. That was cheap. That's an old bed rail off my old Dodge pickup that I had that I don't have no more. And let's see, what else have we got here? Oh, I went ahead and I picked up this air cleaner because it's a little smaller. I didn't want to sacrifice my truck not breathing, so I did look for one until I found one that had this top in it that lets it breathe too, so it's still getting lots of air, which is great. And then that air cleaner might even fit on my fuel injection when I get to that, but that's going to be for another time. So basically all I have left on this, I think, is I gotta mount my battery tray so the battery's not crooked in there, for one. But I've got, let's see here. So I got my electric fans. Just don't mind the wiring right now. I've still got stuff to hook up. I got these to hook up for my fans, and I got to get all that stuff tidied up and loom it up. So that's by far not done yet. But I've got my relay for the fan and the fuse for it mounted right over here out of the way. It's a good spot for it. It's tucked away and it runs down and up and where it needs to. But I've got, so I went ahead and got my shifter all hooked up and everything. The linkage is hooked up for it now, which was kind of a nightmare. I just had to take all the pieces that look like an erector set and figure out which ones go where, because they don't come with any instructions. And then besides that, when I got working on it, I don't know if you can be able to see very good in here, it's kind of dark, but I shampooed everything in here. Cut me a little piece of carpet for right there that I got to trim in, but it's the same color. It's out of my parts truck. Got that all done in the last few days. Trying to think what else I've done. Oh, I did do a bunch of the wiring. I kind of tucked it away. I got the alternator wiring all strung out and plugged in now. So it's all wired here. Still got to get a belt on it. I got to get some more hose clamps for stuff, so I put that on there. Things like that. But the reason I got rid of my hood latch is look how much space I have. I've got a good probably 2 inches of space back up in there for my condenser to fit. And also, you probably can't see, you can see the edge of it right there. I got a Ford tranny cooler that was in another S10, which it's weird that there's a Ford cooler in there. Might make it break down or something later, I don't know. I'm not a Ford guy, but we'll leave it in there. It'll work fine for what we're doing, really. And I've still got to hook up the kick down cable and all that kind of stuff, so that it's a turbo 400, so the kick down's electric, I believe. Yeah, it's electric on this one. So I got to install a switch that hooks on there that it pulls it and engages it when it comes on. So I got to do that. Alright, so if any of you guys got a good solution to this, I've been to the parts store and they can't help me in town, but like we have AutoZone and things like that here. That's it, 16 miles away. But I want to go to this thread here, like the normal, where your normal oil sensor goes on a Chevy, a 350 block. I want to go to that thread from this thread, or if I can find something else that's got the 3 plug like that, for like the S10 one, that I can thread this into to adapt it. I'm all ears. I need an idea for that. If not, I'm going to have to install a manual gauge in my truck. And I don't really want to do that because I've got I've already got the gauge cluster that has RPM gauge and everything in it. I'm going to leave my gauge cluster alone. I don't want to hack the wiring up in the cab. I try not to do that on anything I build. I don't like freaking chopped up wiring. If you're going to chop it up, you got to make it look good when you're done, or else it just looks like crap. Makes the presentation of your vehicle look bad. So I guess I'll get a couple more things done and I'll show you guys. You can see this is kind of a universal kit. You can see right, so I get my hand in there somewhere and show you guys. So basically right there, you can see where I've cut through it partway with my grinder, because this is universal. It's way long. That thing's like 8 inches long with a bunch of different holes. So I'm going to cut that the rest of the way there with my Sawzall, because my grinder won't fit anymore and I don't want to cut anything up I'm not supposed to. So I'll get that set up real quick and I'll get back with you guys here in a minute. Now this kit kind of sucks, but I got that end on down there. Had to bend it and make it work. These are kind of a universal kit. There's a linkage and there's that. I still got to put some nuts on this one, but other than that it looks pretty good. So that's where we're at with that. Alright, so I got my shifter hooked up. So push down on it, go to reverse, neutral, drive, second, and low. This has got a safety lockout on it, so you gotta push down on it. So that works, so that's cool. I'm happy. Okay, so on the motor mounts, the list price for those, $33.43. They used to be $25. They went up. I got the adjusted prices on everything, so you'll have a more accurate pricing as we go. And my floor shifter that I purchased was $85.87, which that's not too bad. It's a generic one. It kind of was a pain in the butt to install, which I can show you guys some video of that. It sucked. And I bought a radiator for $134.77. That comes with the fan shroud, the dual fans, and all the relay and the sensor that goes into your manifold, so that it'll kick off and on when it's supposed to. And let's see what else here. I had to buy a slip yoke for my Turbo 400 that's in this, which was another $50. Sorry, hold on one second. But it was $50. And that gets rid of the stationary one that was in the RV that I got this engine from. Trying to think what else. So I had a lot of stuff that I had got given to me for free, like those, well, what I just told you, all them items are all the items I've had to pay for. The rest of it I've got given to me or done some trading for it. Like, for instance, I got my engine for free from Sawdust and Lug Nuts, which is another YouTube channel. But a 350 with, it's got like 20 something or 30 something thousand miles on it. So an engine with that low of miles, you're looking at $350 to $675 online used. And then the Turbo 400 that's behind that also came from Sawdust and Lug Nuts, but it came out of the same RV. It online goes for, with that low miles, between $300 and $500 used. I got a trans cooler out of a parts vehicle that I got, but online that same cooler is $75. The exhaust parts that I used and the muffler I got for 10 bucks from a neighbor that buys bulk goods on pallets, and I got them for 10 bucks a piece for the Black Widow mufflers, which is a really good deal. And then all the pipe and clamps and things that I used for my exhaust, it was all free. I upcycled it from other vehicles. The accessory drive, my friend Steve gave me that, and the headers. The accessory drive online for all the parts is $390. The headers are $119.68 on eBay. And let's see what else is there along this list that I've missed so far. Well, I haven't really missed anything so far that I can think of. So if I think of anything else, I'll let you guys know. But so I figured it out. All my free parts that I've got for this are $1,484.68. And then all of my out of pocket for the parts that I bought have came to $338.97. And I did leave out one part because you may or may not need it. If your truck is not a 2.8 liter truck, you're going to need the 2.8 frame mounts, which are about another $50 from anywhere online. Basically, just type in like 88 S10 2.8 liter V6 mounts, and it'll show you the frame mounts. So you can purchase them there. And I think I looked, the average cost for a budget build online is what it's calling for is $3,500 to $7,500, and I think that's if you have somebody else do it for you, which I won't have any of that cost because I'm doing everything myself, except I am having a driveline built. I'm trying to get my truck together enough where I can drag it down to Orderville. I've got another person down there that's going to build it for me, which we'll get into that later. And I think that's about it for now, but as I get more parts, I'll add them, and I'll try to add all the links if I can for everything. So far, all my parts have came from eBay, and they've came from different stores on eBay, so you might have to just do a little research and find them yourself on there, whatever you got to do. Well, I can help you guys out. If you have any questions or anything like that, or you know where to get something, let me know, and I'll do the best I can to help you out. And please don't forget to like and subscribe, because that's what's going to grow this channel and make it so we can do some pretty fun projects in the future. So you guys all have a good day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.